Woodlands, Texas. In our new car showroom today, we'll review the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. What? Yep, we're going to do it. And the Infiniti QX80. You'll hear our weekly Ram Tracks and Jeep Trails features along with this week's automotive news, all just ahead on today's In Wheel Time Radio Car Show for Saturday, November 23rd, 2019. Today's show is presented by the Ram 1500, built for a world that demands more, and by Jeep. Hurry in today for great deals during the Jeep Adventure Day sales event. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, raise your hand, and King Conrad DeLong here in the middle. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us, both live on the radio and on social media and Facebook, which I guess is part of social media. So glad to have you along. We've got some awesome news stories. It has been a wild week in the world of automotive news.
Hasn't it?
Oh, my God. So just to give you a little preview, General Motors is suing FCA Chrysler. It's a big, ugly mess there. What's not an ugly mess is Erica Enders is the, once again, 3-time now world pro stock champion in NHRA drag racing.
And she got to stomp Greg Anderson in round one after he...
I posted that on our In Wheel Time Facebook page.
Basically cheated to try and face her in round one.
Yeah. And then there's the debut of a brand new pickup truck. It's electric, and it's a Tesla, and it's probably the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Looks like
that's better than what some of the people.
Starting at 5. What guy that's into cars, us, wouldn't have loved to have gotten into a go-kart competitively at 5 years old?
Oh, sign me up.
Yeah.
All of us.
Everybody.
Yeah. I can't think of. So, how fortunate are you? So, apparently, I'm old enough to be your grandpa.
I don't know how old you are, but maybe.
He is. Just take our word for it.
Oh, okay.
45.
No, I believe that.
Yeah, he believes that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's been nice.
Exactly.
Respect his elders.
So, all right. So, that was when you were 5. Then, when did you jump from go-karts into cars?
Yeah, so I spent 10 years really racing go-karts before I made the full transition. But when I was 13, I started racing down at MSR Houston in a Spec Miata, so an MX-5.
At 13?
Yeah.
You didn't even have your regular street license yet?
No.
Yeah. So,
but he drove better than all the rest of us.
no doubt about it. Well, so let's start at the beginning, and let's start with the karts. I mean, when I think of entry-level go-karts, I think of a Briggs & Stratton, maybe 1.5 horsepower lawnmower motor on the back with a chain drive and a centrifugal clutch.
Yep, that pretty much sums up the first go-karts that I drove. They're little 50cc.
But at any rate, so I guess that the karts that you finally wound up getting out of and moving to cars were probably at least that speed, if not more.
Yeah, so as you kind of move up through the ranks, like I said, the first kart was a little, I think, weed whacker engine, and then from there I got into the purpose-built race engines, and those are 125cc. The majority of what I did was Rotax, which is a BRP product, and they make racing engines, and so at the time that was one of the biggest series. Went and won a championship in 2008 with the National Points Championship in a Rotax category. In 2009, I went to Egypt for the World Finals for the, represented Team USA for Rotax. And then